Hi everyone, my name is Tati. Welcome back to the United Students channel. So obviously it is the new year. So basically today I thought I'd talk about making a positive start to the new year and the next academic term. First term is already completed. Hope that went well for everyone. But that doesn't mean that we can't still try to improve for the next term. Do you know what I mean? Some people may have exams in the first term. Some people may just be doing coursework or just getting back into lectures and getting back into the swing of things after Christmas and New Year. Just readjusting back into the swing of things, back into uni life, back into all the things you were doing before, maybe some new things that you want to try, just to make sure that you do the best that you can at the end of the year and feel the best that you can within yourself. One thing that I find saves my life is using Google Calendars. Now, obviously organisation in itself is incredibly important, and if you are organised, it helps you a lot. But Google Calendars, Google Calendars is so great because most universities will allow you to sync your timetable to a Google Calendar or Apple Calendar, whatever it is you're using. So I sync mine to my Google Calendar, and then everything else that I'm doing, I just add onto the calendar. So whether that's the gym or if I need to go shopping, if I'm going to like an event or anything like that, like I'll add it into the calendar. This way you just stay on top of everything. Even if it's just like the smallest of things, like dropping off a parcel at the post office, put it in, and I promise you, you'll feel, not just because you have everything laid out in front of you and you're more organized, but you just feel like more free, if that makes sense. Like you don't really have to stress about anything because you don't need to worry, am I forgetting this? What else do I need to do? Blah, 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 because everything's already written down, if that makes sense. Everything's already there. So it just allows you to, just relax, if that makes sense. Because I feel like a lot of the time as uni students, you can get stressed and caught up in your head with everything that you need to do. So having everything laid out in front of you just really puts things into perspective and allows you to plan efficiently and to just relax. Tying in with the Google Calendar, making to-do lists, I can't stress this enough. If you make a to-do list, even just like the night before, not only does this make sure that you get everything done, but it just means that you can just kind of plan your day more efficiently, if that makes sense. Just go about your day knowing that you're going to complete everything that you need to do. So whether this be like a daily to-do list or a weekly to-do list or a monthly to-do list, like you can create all of those. I find creating like a weekly to-do list and then breaking it down into the days as the days go by. If you think about it, a New Year's resolution is kind of like a yearly to-do list. So it's kind of just like breaking down your bigger goals into smaller goals and then working step by step, day by day, week by week to achieve those, if that makes sense. So whether those are academic things, like you've got coursework to do or you've got an essay to write, or it could be like you want to learn a new language or you want to develop a certain skill, like to-do lists for anything and everything. So I highly suggest to-do lists, Google Calendars, they will help you a lot. In terms of actual university, when it comes to coursework, I'm sure you know this, but I'm going to say anyway, don't leave anything to the last minute. Like I feel like as uni students, the tendency is to just, you've got an essay to write, oh, I can do it the day before. I can do it on the day. Just in case, just try not to do that because you never know, something might go wrong. Your computer might crash and you lose your work, so then what do? Do you know what I mean? So just start in advance. For example, let's say your deadline is the 7th of February. If you try have that piece of work done by the 1st of February, that gives you kind of like a week-ish like buffer period just in case things were to go wrong. And I highly recommend also using Google Docs. As I said earlier, if your computer crashes, you lose your work. However, if you're using Google Documents or Google Sheets, Google, whatever it is, Google Drive, if your computer crashes, everything is still saved like in that cloud, if that makes sense. If you want to work directly on there or if you just want to use that to back up your work, I strongly advise that just in case, because the last thing you want is to be writing a 3,000 word essay and then you're on like 2,500 words and then you lose all your work. Just back up your work, whether you want to use a hard drive, USB, a cloud, like you won't regret it because you're not really losing anything. If you don't need it, then you don't need it. Another thing, don't be afraid to email or ask your lecturers and tutors for help. So if you feel like you've completed a piece of work early, for example, as I said, like give yourself a week, email it to your lecturer and see what they think, because they might be able to give you some constructive criticism to lead you in the right direction. That way you probably end up getting a better grade and it will help you a lot more. The lecturer will then see, oh, you're proactive, you want to do better. You can, you know, develop a good relationship in that way, and they're there to help you at the end of the day. Like, that's what they want. Ask for feedback, ask for constructive criticism. That way you can be sure that you're working to like the best of your ability. That way you do your best and you won't be disappointed thinking that, oh, I should have done this, I could have done more, because you would have done everything that you could do, if that makes sense. Okay, in terms of uni life, I'd say 2020, we should all try manage our money better. I can't even stress enough how important managing money is, and the sooner you learn it, the easier it will be later on in life. Like, it's so much easier if you just learn now whilst you're in uni to manage money, and then that way when you finish uni, you're just comfortable and you know already what to do. There are plenty of other videos on the United Students channel when it comes to budgeting, managing money and all this stuff, some that I've made, so feel free to go check those out on the channel. But yeah, try make a weekly, monthly budget. That way you know that you're not overspending. You can track your spending habits over time, see what you can cut down on. Just learning these habits, just learning the skills will help you a lot later on in life, I feel, for when you're earning a lot more money. Hopefully these tips have been useful. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the United Students channel so you don't miss any videos either. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a really good 2020. Wishing you all the best for the next academic term. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna go now, but I'll see you soon. Bye.